I'm not worthy, are you worthy? Wendell said with gloomy eyes. You are just a rubbish, you can't even look at your own wife. It's too wrong to follow you in the first place. It's nice to follow me, I can give her what she wants. Charlie's face turned cold, lowered his voice, and said coldly, I'll give you two choices. First, you will kowtow to Claire and apologize. In front of everyone, you will swallow what you have said. Second, I will completely bankrupt your family group, if you disagree. Ha 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 ha, are you kidding me? What kind of thing are you that made my group bankrupt? Wendell laughed wildly and looked at Charlie disdainfully, obviously not taking what he said seriously. Are you a mentally retarded daydreamer? What do you use to make my family group go bankrupt? Do you know what the market value of my family group is? Charlie was expressionless, staring at Wendell for a moment with a mentally retarded expression, took out the phone at random, and dialed Stephen Thompson. Within 3 minutes, I want to see Wendell's group go bankrupt and liquidate its assets, and debts soar. In 3 minutes, letting a group with a market value of several billion go bankrupt is simply a pipe dream. Wendell stared at Charlie with a stern look, and said, D*MN, you're so awesome. Do you think you are the superhero on the internet? After that, Wendell said coldly, Rubbish, don't pretend, I also give you two choices. First, you will kneel down and apologize to me, and then divorce Claire immediately. Second, I will find a few people to completely abolish you from the face of earth. Then, let you see me and Claire sweet and sweet with your own eyes, and you can choose yourself. I will give you 1 minute. Charlie looked down at the phone and said, You have 1 minute left, are you sure you can't save it? F***ck off. You still have 30 seconds to think about it. If you don't kneel down, I will make you regret it forever. Wendell said indifferently. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. The time is up, don't blame me for being cruel, it's you rubbish that you found yourself. Wendell shook his collar, then waved to a few bodyguards, ready to take care of the rubbish first. But at this moment, Wendell's cell phone rang suddenly. Wendell was taken aback, saw his father calling, and quickly picked up. Dad, I'm already at the party, are you here? On the phone, Wendell's father snarled frantically, You rubbish. Who on earth did you offend? What trouble did you cause? Now all shareholders are frantically dumping our group's stock, and our stock has fallen by more than 90%. As he said, his father roared again. The bank suddenly came to ask for debt repayment. All the partners suddenly stopped cooperating with us and stopped settlement. Our capital chain has been broken. There is only one way out for bankruptcy and liquidation. Wendell's face instantly turned pale as he listened to the voice from the phone, and cold sweat dripped from his forehead. Our house is over. Completely over. Wendell wanted to ask again. Suddenly, he heard the sound of a police siren on the opposite side of the mobile phone, followed by the sound of a door breaking, and the voice of the police asking his father to cooperate in the investigation. He was suddenly weak, and the phone fell to the ground, smashing to pieces. As soon as his legs softened, he knelt in front of Charlie. The wind blew, and the body and heart were cold. Those bodyguards, seeing this picture, were all surprised and stopped stepping forward. Wendell was extremely frightened, and asked Charlie in a low voice, Who are you? You did it, right? The crowd onlookers were also extremely surprised. Wendell answered the call and suddenly knelt in front of the son-in-law of the Wilson family. What happened? Charlie looked down at him, bent over slightly, and said in a low voice, I gave you the opportunity to choose, but you didn't choose the right one. I know that I was wrong, I apologize to you, please, let me go. At first I have nothing to do with you, I have never touched her, the M Grand Group's cooperation is not my help, those words just said are all made up. I beg you, forgive me and my family. Wendell kept kowtow apologizing. He couldn't even dream that a son-in-law of the Wilson family would have such a great energy. One phone call breaking his family. When he raised his head and looked at Charlie's cheek, he only felt that this plain face was more terrifying than a demon. Can let his family go bankrupt within a few minutes, such a character is not offended at all. Charlie shook his head and said, You should be satisfied, because at least I will save you a life. Otherwise, your whole family will be dead. As soon as he said this, Wendell's face paled and his whole body trembled violently. Charlie looked at him and said coldly, "To tell you the truth, I am the superhero on the internet. If you don't want to die, you'd better not talk about my identity, otherwise, you and your father won't survive tomorrow morning."